When you chase a fleeing felon, you continue to put yourself at risk. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Orlando, Florida. Here we're going to see a robbery, a beer run that goes badly for the clerk when he chases a threat. We're going to learn important lessons here about not chasing a fleeing threat. Also about multiple attackers and the importance of our empty-handed skills. So as we see from the beginning inside the store, this guy's got some beer up there. He says, yo, I want to pay. And then when the guy goes back, he takes off. So they call this a beer run. So he's got a buddy out here and they're going to take off with some beer. And the employee decides he's going to chase him down. Now, if you notice, the timestamp changed a little bit. A few seconds had passed there. And now they want to fight him. And so he has two guys here who really want to fight him. And now the fight is on. Two of them are going to surround him here, and the guy in back's going to punch him there. Guys, this is a really dangerous situation as he's allowing both of them to get access to him, still trying to keep away from him a little bit, and when he gets a little space there, he stays inside that danger zone. Now you can see here, it's kind of a discussion as well. He's like trying to talk out of it, you know what I mean? Use a little bit of verbal judo there. Guy's not having it though, and so the fight is on now. They get him on the ground and start pounding him a little bit. Now this employee here for a case of beer is now getting stomped by the guy in the black hat, and the other guy's pulling him down, so he's hitting him with a planet. And so now he's just going to finally, there's another guy who's going to finally come up and kind of think his way out of it or talk his way out of it, and so he's going to throw his shirt at him and this one's over. Let's go back and learn some lessons out of this one. First of all, these kind of things do happen. This guy takes off on a beer run. Of course, that's morally wrong. But as an employee, I want you to think about this real quick. He decides to take off after these guys over a case of beer. And the question is, would you be willing to take a fight against two guys who want to hurt you over a $20 or $30 case of beer? My answer to that is no. Doubly so if it's not my beer. So make sure that you understand what the risks are that you face when you do these kind of things and take smart risks. Don't go running after these guys. Just let the security camera do what it does. Call the cops. Let the cops pick them up. Next, you see the guy take a swing at him here. We didn't get to see what happened off camera, so I'm going to guess that a couple people are going to be like, hey, he started the physical fight. Well, I kind of doubt it in this instance. I would guess that he's trying to take the beer back and they wanted to swing at him first or something. But at whatever sense, what I see here is these guys trying to triangulate him. And so here you see him get away from one guy and try to keep from getting in the middle. That is a principle that I highly, highly, highly encourage. That if you're facing multiple attackers, try to stay out of the middle of them if at all possible. When he stops doing that here, you can see that the other guy gets behind him, and when they get him 180 degrees apart, he cannot focus on both of them, and he can't see this threat coming. We can now see that punch coming from the guy in the black hat, but he could not have seen it. And that kind of ambush attack there where you're not able to defend yourself, not able to move any of that stuff, those are the ones that can hurt you really badly. So you want to keep from in the middle of these guys if at all possible. He did that again right here, and you can see the fact that right now he has them barricaded. He blockaded one behind the other. That's another good strategy. Keep one in front of the other so that you only have to face one at a time, because when you let them get between you like that, then they can get a hold of you, and now you got a problem. Now here you see the first guy stumbled. This was the clerk's opportunity, even in the midst of this fight, to run, to get the heck out of there. He didn't choose to do that, but that was his opportunity. So I can't tell you enough. When you get those opportunities, get out of the danger zone if at all possible, because he did not do that. They get him back in the middle of them, and now the fight continues. So again, he tries a little verbal judo there, but you don't always get that opportunity. And now they got him on the ground. And this is every self-defender's nightmare if you're an honest self-defender. This guy getting you on the ground, and now you have multiple attackers. And I know everybody that's a jiu-jitsu practitioner is going to say, oh, it's okay, he can get him on the ground. But against multiple attackers, this is the problem that we have. As you can see, the second guy comes in here is trying to cave his head in by kicking his head in. And that is a very bad place to be. So that's why everybody that is a self-defender on the street, your first priority has to be to get up. And he does a pretty good job of that here, getting on his feet and trying to get away from the middle of them, even though this guy's going to try to get him down again and actually do it a little bit and get stomped. This is why multiple attacker fights are dumb. This is why fighting on the ground, if you can possibly help it, is very dangerous and you don't want to do it. Thankfully, a bystander steps in here and gets the fight to stop. But let's learn to fight only when we have to fight, to know the principles of fighting against multiple attackers, and to stay off the ground if we can to cover our ass.